Farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye, run now. We just got a text message from Getaway, and it says, here's to another getaway in the books, Kiara. We're so happy we could host you again. Quick reminder, checkout is at 11. Oh, I thought it was at 10. That's why I'm leaving now. If there's anything that we can do to make your trip home easier, please let us know. We can't wait to welcome you for another escape soon. Thank you, Getaway. So we're going to do a final walkthrough. This is the rest of my stuff that I have to take. When I'm being hosted, I always make sure that I leave everything as is, because you want to make sure that you get another collaboration. The restroom, I put my towels right there, so everything is clean. Get the last of my last stuff. This is my cereal, my milk, my paper towels. We're gonna cut off these people lights. This time I didn't even make s'mores this time. Let me check this cabinet. Okay, I'm tripping. Yeah, it's time for me to go. Yeah, it's time for me to go. Ooh, I'm starting to trip out. Yeah, it's about that time. Yeah, I can't be in the woods too long. The girl's starting to trip out. I'm starting to see stuff. Let us get our ass about here, okay? I just want to leave safely in peace. Please, no deers, no animals, no. Please, y'all. I don't want no problems with no animals. I don't want to fight. I just. Oh, there's a spider! Come on, spider, please. Please, Lord. Okay, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. Time for me to go. You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. Ooh, we are. We go. Alright, y'all. And this is what we stayed at, y'all. We stayed in Myrtle. Y'all, I had dropped my camera. I think I kind of messed my lens up just a little bit. I'm not really for sure. Oh, we had neighbors, y'all. I didn't even know we had neighbors. Okay, Biggie. That's Biggie right there. Okay, somebody standing Biggie. These people must just came because I didn't have no neighbors. Okay, let's go ahead and get our bus up out of here. I already told y'all bye. I keep telling y'all bye, but then I keep picking up the camera and talking again. I wasn't even paying attention. Was that my exit? No, that wasn't. Was that my exit? No, it wasn't my exit. So, I'll be RB. Hey, y'all. Let's talk. So, I'm basically back on what I like to call my depression couch. Today is Monday, the day after my vacation, and I'm back on my couch. Sad. I just want to like really be like, don't cry. Transparent and honest. It's just like I cannot win for losing, y'all. If you watch my vlogs, like you see, y'all, I fight so hard, but it's just like, I just cannot win for losing. What's the point of just keep living when you going through this? Y'all, I kid you not. My vacation was amazing. That Sunday I came back, y'all. I came back to bullshit. People say, oh, you need a break. You need to go on a vacation. You need to clear your mind. But what to do when you do that, but you still come back to bullshit? Basically, I took the kids to daycare this morning, and I've been on this couch for 4 hours. Sitting here thinking, sitting here. Just, I don't know what is this called, but at the back of my brain, on my head, it just feel like it's just so much pressure. This may sound stupid, like water's in the back of my head. I don't know if that's a tension headache or... Let me just fill y'all in. Okay, well, let's just be real and honest. I came back. When I came back Sunday, I first came home and I dropped all of my stuff off. And then I went to go get Kyron and I went to go get Rylan. First things first, Kyron asked, could he call his daddy? I don't know if I told y'all, when I did the collaboration with the floating breakfast, Kyron's daddy was supposed to watch the kids. But we ended up getting into it because he had a random female watching my children. And if you're a mama, you understand, like, safety is everything to me. Like, I don't leave my kids with random people. I'm very cautious of, like, who my kids are around because you never know, like, somebody's intentions. So we had a hard ordeal. Since then, we have been, he blocked me, basically. It's fine about you blocking me, but you also block your child. So my son has been trying to contact his dad since that ordeal. My son, and this is another thing, my son has got accustomed to seeing his dad because we always would go over to his house, whatever the case may be. He go to work, we be at the house, whatever. Every day, like, my son would ask to call his dad. Even though I know that I was blocked, like, I would still call. I would still put the phone on speaker and I would call. Of course, straight to voicemail, whatever the case may be. As soon as I got to my granny house, my son asked, can he call his dad? So I called, knowing it wouldn't get no answer. First thing. Then he asked me and was like, well, mommy, can you just call him on granny phone? Maybe he'll answer granny phone for me. One thing my son's father knows is the way to get to me, because you can't get to me by doing something to me. The way to get to me is through my kids. That don't work no more because I've got accustomed to it. And I'm used to him, like, doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk ill about him in front, you know what I'm saying, or none of that. But it's just sad that my son is at the age that he's at and he's starting to see it. And he be like, I'm mad at my dad. Why is my daddy doing this? I just don't say nothing. Or I try to change the subject. So, y'all just bear with me because I'm finna be, like, real long-winded right now about everything that's going on and what's happening. So he was like, well, back to can we just call granny, call him on granny phone? He'll answer granny phone. And then my grandmother, she was like, that just don't make no sense. Whatever y'all got going on, it ain't got nothing to do with him. Even if y'all beefing, whatever the case may be, he still should talk to his son, so-and-so. So, you know, my granny, old people, you know, they gonna say what they want to say. You know, and they gonna let you know. And one thing I do know is my kids' fathers, they don't play with my granny. So I called, of course, no answer. So then I had to see the disappointment on his face. And I'm like, talking to myself, having a conversation to myself within that moment so I wouldn't get heated, which it worked. Okay. Head on the way home. On my way home, I looked in my rearview mirror. Drew Daddy is behind me. Like, okay. So I pulled over and I was like, what you doing this way? He was like, something just told me to come in the area. I knew you was home. I was like, all right, cool. Got Drew. And this is where everything just... And I knew that, you know, he had all this stuff. So I was like, you know, just pull up to the house. He was like, man, your daughter. I said, you know, I just got back from vacation. You know, I really don't have the capacity to really want to, like, hear this, you know, but Okay. I knew right then and there everything was gonna just turn around. So when we got here, he unpacked all of Drew's stuff. He helped me unpack my stuff. He put everything in the house, whatever the case may be. And then, next thing I know, if y'all didn't know, Kaylee stays with her dad. And the reason why Kaylee stays with her dad is because I was having a hard time with my child. Like, I've done everything I could, like, to try to get her to, like, do right. So, basically, when she came in here, she came with a suitcase. And I was like, hey, Kaylee, what's going on? And then she was like, Daddy gonna tell you I'm staying here. You what? Huh? So when he get in here, he was telling me how disrespectful she disrespectful. She don't respect me. She don't listen to me. Blah 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 blah. She that. My teeth is cold. She that. Like, he was just giving me the whole spiel, and I'm like, I just came back from my vacation. Like, you know, I came here with a clear mind. You know, like, lay it on me easy, please, baby. That was no laying it on me easy. I didn't get no laying on me easy. And so he was like, she gotta come back home. She gotta come back. And I was like, oh, what? Wait, huh? Like, I'm like, I understand this is my child. I understand, like, you know, I had these 4 kids. But, you know, like, I'm trying to get myself together. And it's a lot dealing with 4 kids. Like, especially when I know people like, don't call your kids bad. But I have 4 spoiled. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle, you know, with 4 kids. And, you know, we had made the agreement that she would stay with her dad. He would work on getting her. Because, like, she was just acting like she was just crying out so much for her dad. And she just wanted to stay with her dad, and she just wanted to be with her dad, and that would be best for her. She would get her act together. So I'm like, look, if this is what it's going to take for you to stop being disrespectful, if this is what it's going to take for you to stop giving me as much hell, you stop causing havoc, you to get yourself together, like, then let's try it. Let's do it. Baby, it ain't even been 3 months. Since she back. He was like, everything she did to you, she doing to me. At this point, my head is spinning. My head is pounding. And he was just telling me, you know, the things that he's going through and what's going on. His life, he was like, you know, he want to, you know, I'm like, I'm like, okay. I'm like literally trying to process everything at one time. And it's like, it's so much to process. And it's like, I can't follow. And it's like, my mind is spinning. And it's like, oh my God. And then she was telling him, well, I can just go back home, my mama. Because y'all not, like, my vlogs, of course, are going to be mixed up. But y'all will see where, you know, I was to the point to where, okay, you have to learn there's consequences to your actions. So with that being said, with the disrespect and you talking back to me and, you know, you being disrespectful, you don't want to listen, you don't want to do your chores, you don't want to do none of that, then no, you know, you're going to 100% stay with your dad, and he's going to work on getting you where you need to go. Because in this route that you're going, like, life is going to be hard. Because in the real world, like, you literally cannot move like that. So, I know some of you going to say, oh my God, you're a bad mom. You gave up on your child. No, I did not give up on my child. I literally have been, what's the word? I literally have been trying everything. Anything that you can think of, I've tried to
get her to be better. And this was the last option, was for her to go stay with her dad. Anything that I've exhausted, all options. I went to parenting classes. I've done therapy. I've done anything you can think of. I've tried. So if you want to call me a bad parent for me allowing my child to stay with her father, who is perfectly capable of taking care of our child, then hey, I'm going to be a bad mother then. But I've tried everything. I've tried it. And just, she's my troubled child. And that's just that. Very smart and intelligent, but she's my troubled child. Like, literally right now, my body feels sick. Like, I went from, like, renewing myself to now I'm feeling so sick. I'm on the couch. My chest is tight. Like, I just feel so sick. People should be like, you should be happy you have kids. Like, I didn't know that it was going to be this hard. I don't care what nobody says. Like, some people raving about being a single parent. Like, being a single parent is hard. I did not expect for it to be like this. I cannot glorify being a single parent. Like, that is just not something. It may be okay for some people, but being a single parent is so freaking hard. Like, I don't care what nobody says. My situation, it is hard. And I just didn't want my kids to see me like this. So I took them to daycare just so I can just drop my phone. I'm a wreck right now. We had the whole conversation. I just let her know, like, it ain't you cannot go through life disrespecting your parents. Like, you at one parent house. Why I just go to my daddy house? And then you get in trouble over there. Why I just go back to my mama house? Like, no, it does not work like that. I'm not saying, like, my other kids give me problems too. It's just hard. What do I do? What do I do? Well, you got to be a mother. That's just what you have to do. As a mother, you don't have an option. As a mother, you just got to suck it up and just do what you have to do. When you're at the point to where you're like fighting. You're fighting for peace. Like, literally, let me tell you how I had my life set up. Everything was terrible. I decided to be the bigger person. Kyron's dad, of course, was in his feelings because I went backwards and I had a whole baby with their dad, my other baby daddy. And, he was like, you left so-and-so and so-and-so, whatever. Remind you, I did his whole bid with him while he was in prison the whole time. What I loved so much about him was that he was a provider. Like, he did everything he needed to do around the house. The only issue that I had with this man was that the women. Like, that was the only issue I had with him. With my first baby daddy, that's my third baby daddy, okay? So just follow me, because I told y'all I got 20 baby daddies. So y'all know my first baby daddy, he's deceased. My second baby daddy, which is Kaylee's and Drew's dad. Like, the only issue, the issue that I had with him is, like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have to worry about cheating with him. He just has a lot going on. How can I say this when I'm not talking bad about him? Was that so bad about Kyron's dad? I wasn't trying to if I did. Like, I'm just trying to, literally tell my truth. Like, this is my truth. Like, his truth gonna be his truth. He gonna sit away. And this is my truth. But basically, the things that he lacked was a lot of things that I personally needed and that I wanted in a man. And that's that. I don't even know why I left off there because it's so much. So basically, he was like, Kaylee, she has to stay here. And that's that. And I just like finally felt like I had life set up. Like, and I had a talk with myself of what I was gonna do. So basically, the way that I had it set up was, at first it was all me with the kids. My baby daddies would pop up over here whenever they wanted to. Fred would come over here whenever he wanted to, come in the house, spend time with the kids. There was no boundaries between with my baby daddies. Like, I just was doing whatever that would make my kids happy. And I would sacrifice my happiness for my kids. And a lot of us mothers do that. And that's not how it's supposed to be. So I finally went from that, then going to therapy, then setting boundaries, then, still ain't getting stuff 100% because I'm still messing with baby daddy, just to be 100% transparent. And then I went from that to now we had weekends, right? Youngest son and my youngest daughter, when they was with their daddy, then my oldest son was with his daddy. And then I only had one child, which my oldest daughter. But then sometimes my oldest daughter, she will go over there with my oldest son. So it was set up to where now, like, I would finally be able to decompress and be by myself. And I ain't gonna lie, I do not know how to be by myself. So I would call them, and I would probably get on one day, and then that Saturday, hey, what y'all doing? I'm coming over. So I would literally go over there to where my kids was at. And Kentrell was like, girl, like, you supposed to be over there by yourself getting a peace of mind, but you over here with us. And I would be. And I would just be over there with them, and we would just be chilling, and, he would go to work. I'll be there with the kids. I'm still all that man business. I'm being messy. I ain't trying to be messy, but I'm just living in my truth. This is what was really going on. Like, I don't care. Like, that was the truth. Like, we would be at the house, whatever the case may be, Basically, it's like we was playing family type thing. But I still had the option to where I could be alone for that week. So, when I had a talk with myself, it was like, look here, is this really what you want to keep doing? Like, woo, 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 woo. So then eventually it got to the point to where I'm cool with both of my baby daddies. Like, it would be beef, but then we got cool. So it was like, all right, all the animosity is down, is good. If I want, I'm able to now date. So then I started dating, which dating is not, ugh. Let's not get into that. But anywho, so like I said, I had it set up where the kids was gone. I was able to spend time to myself. Kaylee, we would see Kaylee, of course, at school. I would get a lot of hate, like, you abandon your child, you don't talk to her no more, you know what I'm saying, woo, woo, woo. So I would get smoke from that. And I'm like, dang, she ain't even been over there that long. Like, I just need a break. Just let me process everything. Like, just... So I had to go through that. So then went from going through that to, okay, well, now, my youngest daughter started to come over, and so then that started to happen. All right, boom. So that happened. I put the kids in swim lessons. By the grace of God, I ended up buying all of my kids' swim clothes, including my youngest daughter. And then when we went, I was like, let's just go. Let's just see if you could still be enrolled. So boom, the man, by the grace of God, he able to enroll all of them. So she was doing swim lessons, all the kids. So I was like, all right, cool. So During this time, of course, my oldest son's dad, he's still pissed off. He's still mad. So he not talking to his son, because that's your way of getting back, trying to get at me, not knowing he ain't got nothing to do with what we got going on. But all right, cool, whatever. That cycle just has to stop. It just really just has to stop. But anywho, boom. So keep following me. So then, I'm kind of hopping back and forth, so it don't make sense. But if you put it all together, it makes sense. And I know you probably scratching your head, but just follow. Cause okay, so then it went from, okay, although he not seeing his dad, whatever the case may be, I found something for them to keep his mind off of that. So we are doing the swim lessons, whatever the case may be. And actually, they got to go today at 4:30 to the swim thing. So boom, okay. Then it came to where, all right, now I need to focus on me, focus on myself. So I got this, I had the routine and stuff situated and set up. I'm able to get my youngest son and them out. So all right, cool. Okay, whatever. I'm still maneuvering. I'm still working through it. So then I went on my trip. For me to get a peace of mind, everything was perfect. Everything was woo woo. So now during my trip, I'm like, okay, Carol, what are you going to do with your daughter? How the daddy saying that he needs your help because his work schedule, don't nobody want to help. Da, 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 da. I was like, okay, so I was just telling him, like, just give me time. Just let me, I'm going to come around. Like, just give me time. Just let me get me together, bro. Like, so I'm like, okay. When I was down there at the getaway, I'm like, well, what I'm going to do is I will get her twice a week. And eventually we will work towards, building a relationship. I now got them basically to go to sister therapy, and we gon' so I had a whole plan, basically what I'm saying. So the plan was to gradually, when she was here, she was like, Mommy, if I do better, can I come back home? Whatever the case may be. And I'm like, you have to first show me better. Because it's not going to be the thing of we finna keep, like, going through this constant cycle. Like, I don't want to, in my life, in general, period. Like, I'm over going through the constant cycle. Because that's why I'm here now. Because I keep going through a constant cycle. And I want to break this cycle. Like, I feel like it's a generational curse. I want to break this cycle. I want to break this. And that's why I'm saying emotionally, because I'm fighting so hard to break this. And it's like, every time I see the opening to try to break it, like, it's just like I get put back here on this couch. I'm back on this couch. I don't know, y'all. I just wish somebody understood what I'm going through right now. I just wish somebody understood what I'm saying. Like, so now we're at the point where, like I said, I thought I had it all figured out. I seen the light. I was like, okay, I'll get her 2 days out the week. That'll get her dad a break too. It'll be when she has swim lessons, and then, well, no, maybe 3 days out the week. Because she'll have swim lessons, and then also for the therapy, I will have to get her for the therapy sessions, and then we will work on rebuilding all of our relationships together. Because right now, like, with everything that's been going on, like, I feel like the relationship is broken. So we will work on rebuilding, everything, whatever the case may be. And then boom, I come back home to, I just be feeling like I just get thrown to the wolves, like, all the time when it comes to my baby daddies. Like, and I just have to soak it up and deal with it. And I just feel like it's just not fair. And it's just not okay, but I'm back on the couch. Feeling sorry for myself. And then another thing, what point do you men hold yourself accountable for having terrible communication skills? That's nothing. I literally got stood up. You stood me up again for the second time. But it's cool. I see you, you see me. And I wish you nothing but the best. I'll talk about that one day, maybe. Yeah. I ain't gonna get it. But I just need some advice, y'all. Like, everybody's back home. I'm literally sick to my stomach. Second, baby daddy, you know, I do know about him is that man love his kids. That man not gonna block his kids. That man love his kids. That's one thing I can say about him. And I can't take that from him. Just really haven't been able to process everything, and it's just like everything is just hitting me at once. Like, I feel like I'm not making sense. So now is back to the drawing board. How do I navigate life with 4 children? Healing my own traumas, healing the things that I'm going through. My therapist told me I'm really heartbroken. And I am. Dealing with grief of my relationships. I don't know what I need. Like, I thought what I needed was a trip. Although that is, and like, y'all, tell me what this means. Like, my skin, like, I don't know if this is anxiety or I don't know what this is, but my skin is crawling. Like, my legs, it feels like something is crawling on my legs and there's nothing there. It feels like something is crawling on my arms and there's nothing there. Like, I don't know what I'm going through right now. I just don't know what's happening in my life. Like, and I want to be the best that I can on YouTube. Like, I want to be this big YouTuber. Like, I want to be this big content creator. Like, I want to be able to financially make it, and it's just not doing what it needs to do anymore. So I'm debating if I need to go back to work or what do I need to do. And it's just, people just tell me don't give up because you're there, and I just don't see it. I don't see nothing no more. When I finally get a breakthrough, when I finally see it, I get thrown off my path, and I'm just tired of crying, okay? Like, I'm just tired of crying. I don't know if I just need to pack up and just move me and my kids. I don't know if I just need to pack up and just move far away. I don't know if I just need a new home. If I need to just leave this home. I don't know what I need. Like, I don't know if I just need to get a job and just help me somebody. I just don't know what I need. Stuff just probably don't make sense because, like, although I'm still, like, I go through a lot, I still fight. So one minute you may see me sad, and then the next day you may see me doing a trip. Then I go back sad. Then I go for a trip because it's like, this is my job. So I still have to work. I still have to do the reviews. I still have to do this to get money coming in. So it's like, although you sad, you still have to do this Bali thing because that's money. I mean, like, that's views, and then that's how you feed your children. But it's like, you really don't want to do this because you sad. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't even know if that makes sense. I just needed to vent. I got on YouTube and I watched one of my favorite YouTubers, Jazzy. She's about to move. I'm so freaking happy for her. That kind of uplifted my mood a little bit. It made me happy because I'm like, oh my gosh. Like she said, if don't nobody else deserves it, she is one of the YouTubers that I've been watching that deserves this move. So I'm so happy for her. Skin won't stop crawling. Y'all know I'm an emotional eater, right? Even have the urge to want to eat anything. I'm doing, I don't want to eat. I need to mop my floors. See, y'all hear that?
That's disgusting. That's nasty. Let me go find my other shoes. Maybe it's just these shoes. I know I need to mop out. To be honest, I really just need to go walk a track. I don't care what nobody say. I really feel like there's somebody out there that is really praying on my downfall. Like, they're praying for this. Because there is no way in hell this to just keep happening over and over and over again. I'm not getting a break just from life. I ain't gonna lie. Just stepping outside feels like a different energy. I think it's just time to move. I just feel like the energy just isn't right in this house. I do need to eat. It's like 1 o'clock. I know the first step is when you're going through stuff is to just get up. So, taking the first step, right? I'm up. Even though it took 5 hours to get up, I'm up. Do that count for something? I'm gonna light this candle. Make me some breakfast. Then I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna edit a vlog. If you just have any advice for me in the comments, please don't just watch me, y'all, and just not comment. Like, I'm pretty sure that there's another mother that's ahead of me who's already been through this. Like, I'm begging y'all, like, tell me what helped you. And I don't beg. Okay, y'all. Let me start crying again. I've come to that realization. And it's like, the only thing is, if you guys can see, like, I've always had a small waist, so, but I've never had this right here. So it's like, this is just from genetics. I've always had this. Okay, but it was basically, I had to buy that girl's pay. So it's just, I just want to lose this, and I'm fine. Like, my arms, they're gonna always be what they are, cool. You know, I know my arms, they I always had grandma arms even when I was smaller. But I just wanna just get this part removed. I just wanna lose this, and I know that 80% of losing it is with extreme diet and what it is. Because as y'all can see, this is still small. This right here is still small. My waist is still small up here. But it's like, after I got my C-section, y'all, the skin and stuff here, like, oh my God. So I guess my camera goes dead. I just want to say thank you guys so much for your constant support. Thank you guys so much for giving me the advice. Because if you guys don't know, like, me and my brother, we no longer have a relationship anymore. That's dead. And I don't see us ever having a relationship again. So, although me and I have my stepmom, and she's like been giving me like advice, I'm still open to receiving advice.